scrambling in overtime.
It looked good, it looked bad, and then ultimately it was awesome. Great job by Simcox, able to scramble out for that takedown.
An extra look at the overtime craziness.
There was the final look where he was able to trap both legs finally, but what a scramble to end this match as he was in on a leg and an amazingly timed spin out by Titus, and just good job, a way to keep wrestling by Simcox.
An impressive win for the redshirt freshman, 19th ranked in the country at 141, and I'm sure he'll continue to climb up the ranks. ACC action awaits Carolina in the new year. Nebraska, Northern Iowa, and the Soldiers salute. On the card next for the Tar Heels at 149, we've got Oklahoma transfer Willie McDougald matching up with the freshman Nate Askew. McDougald, a grad transfer, 5-5 this year, 1-2 in duels. Second year in the Tar Heel program, but first on the roster for Askew. He was with the RTC last year.
Another match with a big age gap. We got McDougald, the graduate, Askew, the true freshman. Askew's been off to a hot start this season, though. Picked up some solid wins.
What's interesting with Askew is the Tar Heel coaches are not afraid to push him. They're aware that he can take a lot of feedback, a lot of critique, and implement it rather quickly. They know how much talent he has.
Yeah, that's just because they really believe in his ability. They're really high on Askew. They think he's going to be able to get to that next level and fight for podium finishes at the NCAA tournament. And so that's why they're pushing him, just because they believe so much in him.
He's going up against a three-time NCAA qualifier tonight. McDougald, well tenured at Oklahoma. He plays 3 times the Big 12 championships. Last year he was 21-8.
I see a lot of similarities in McDougald as Jordan Titus. They're both super solid defensively, really strong athletic wrestlers. Good sweep single attempt by McDougald gets Askew up to his feet, finds the trip, collects the takedown. That's textbook by McDougald.
Working on the right wrist of Askew.
And you can just see the size of McDougald, how physical of a wrestler he is.
All over the knee, the trip comes in.
Finds the far ankle for the trip. Perfectly done by McDougald.
Teaching tape for the former 2-time New York State champ. West side of the state, Niagara Falls. Askew originally from the Atlanta area, but wrestled at the Baylor School in Tennessee.
Took 18 seconds for Askew to find an escape. 30 seconds left in this period. You want to see Askew just continue to pressure. You know, you gave up an early score, but you got to forget about it and just focus on the next point. And for McDougald, you scored early. This could be an opportunity for bonus points if you're able to keep scoring.
Askew, hit on a leg, but just doesn't have time to finish the takedown. 3-1 McDougald after the first. Well, Askew has big shoes to fill. Rob Cole's team this year has a lot to replace. 125, Spencer Moore off to Illinois, and Lachlan McNeil transferring to Michigan. Probably the biggest loss for Carolina overall.
Yeah, Lachlan's probably the biggest loss, but there's definitely a lot of significant losses from last year and a lot of new faces in the lineup. But Rob Cole's done an excellent job of finding new talent and getting them ready to compete.
Lachlan, someone who not only was dominant at 149 pounds, but also would lead from the bench, coach other wrestlers through their matchups, and really cheer on this unit. Blood time for Askew as he's got a cut open on the forehead. Already saw Simcox step up in place of Jaden Scott at 141. Later on, Marcus Mirabito filling in for Josh Ogunsanya at 174.
Saw Tarakina step in for Spencer Moore at 125.
Completely different styles, Moore to Tarakina. I'm sure some around the wrestling world are wondering if that's an upgrade for UNC.
Potentially. Tarakina's looked really solid this year. McDougald starting on bottom here in the second period. An explosive first move and followed up with an explosive lift by Askew and immediately pops up to his feet. McDougald
try to wrap around, get Askew's ankle. He wasn't having any of it.
An active 17 seconds here to start the second period on the mat.
These are two powerful dudes.
Another great first move by McDougald. Got to wonder how many of these lifts does Askew have in his bag as he gets another here on the edge of the mat. And we'll get another restart. I love watching the battle of mat returns, and just it's really just a test of will. How many times are you willing to pick your opponent up, and on the reverse, how many times are you willing to get back to your feet?
If you're Askew, do you think about mixing it up here? Go for the trip instead?
Potentially. I would definitely like to see a better first move off the whistle as McDougald finds himself back on his feet and found himself a trip. That's a good position for Askew here.
He'll try to reach back, no success.
Slips a leg in. He's got McDougald bellied out here on the edge of the mat.
Just off the edge. McDougald looks like he's hurting a little bit.
Now, usually it's a true freshman who's struggling on the mat versus a graduate. We saw that trip mat return last time by Askew. Maybe that affected McDougald's knee a little bit as he comes up a little limpy. That'll be something to monitor as the rest of this match goes along.
May I have this dance? McDougald spins out.
It's a great timing of the whistle by McDougald as UNC coaches are a little upset on the sideline.
Thought he went a little early. Jumped the snap.
Shows that veteran experience. We've seen a strong second period by Askew, but McDougald stays strong on the scoreboard at 4-1.
Not the highest scoring match, but it doesn't feel like you can look away.
No, you can start to see some of this. You can feel the momentum switch a little bit towards UNC's favor. Knee pick attempt by Askew in this over-under position.
Askew on bottom for the third. Escape and a takedown, and he's ahead.
Explosive stand-up by Askew. He'll have 1:50 to work here on his feet. Definitely want to use the entire clock.
No stalls on either side.
Shot attempt by Askew. Again, such solid defense by McDougald. He looks really strong out there.
Askew on the knees, as you mentioned, Clay. There's 3 for Nate Askew. I think an injury stoppage here. McDougald feeling out the lower body.
It's that left knee that we saw him limping on earlier in the match. You hope he's all right, but Askew with all the momentum in this match. We got a shot attempt by McDougald. Extremely quick by Askew, able to get around.
You could almost see McDougald, after his attempt, move his hands to the left knee as Askew re-attacked.
You wonder if that knee feels all right. It's almost immediately after this shot attempt. Askew was already around him, and he was already pointing for the injury time. Almost happened simultaneously.
Well, you hate to see competition this good stopped like this. Hopefully McDougald's got another minute and a half in him.
With West Virginia injury time, UNC will have choice after the break. Askew will have the ability to go on bottom and gain an extra escape point. He could go on top and complete that riding time point, or just go neutral. So
given that McDougald is a little hobbled, is there a better option?
Based on Askew's ability to just escape quickly so far in this match, I would go on bottom here too.
And it seems like McDougald's ready to cut him loose.
Yeah, didn't think he'd be able to get the turn. I think the smart play is to just let go neutral. Takedown wins it. If he can get the right out. Takedown right out wins it. And you wonder how good is McDougald's shot ability in this match with the bum knee.
Tar Heel bench calling for Askew to keep wrestling. Credit to McDougald, who's clearly gutting it out.
Yeah, you can see the grimace on his face. It's definitely a little bit of pain, but he's gonna have to find a shot here in the final 50 seconds. Starting to see activity pick up by McDougald. Snake fake snap, finds a hook, pressuring into Askew with double underhooks. Askew trying to keep his head buried, keep his elbows down. McDougald pressuring him. Askew circles in a shot attempt. We'll get no stall call. We'll reset with 23 seconds left.
Askew has to walk that delicate line between wrestling defensive and staying engaged.
Askew looks like the graduate out here with that mat awareness, being able to circle in and take a shot attempt, avoiding the stall call.
McDougald went for a leg. Askew right around the back door.
And a very, very solid showing by Askew. The true freshman takes out the NCAA qualifier.
Two big wins for some Carolina youngsters. Askew takes down McDougald 9-4, and North Carolina has won the first 4 bouts by decision. A strong start for the Tar Heels back at home. Askew wins at 149, and Simcox with the sudden victory 3 at 141. 12-zip Tar Heels, 157 up.